Welcome, beautiful soul, to another episode of Sunny Thoughts. I'm your guide, Sunny, and today we're exploring one of the most sacred paths we can walk, the path of remembering what truly matters to you. Because self-discovery isn't about becoming someone new, it's about returning to who you've always been beneath the noise, the expectations, the roles, and the mask. So, take a breath. Let your shoulders soften. And let's begin. Every one of us carries a quiet knowing, like a truth that lives not in the mind, but in your heart. But that truth is often buried under layers of responsibilities and cultural expectations and the unspoken rules we grow up absorbing. We spend years trying to fit into shapes we were never designed for. But beneath all of that, beneath the noise, beneath the shoulds, there is a presence within you that has always known what feels real, what feels meaningful, and what feels aligned. Self-discovery is the process of clearing away everything that doesn't belong, so your inner wisdom can rise to the surface again. In spirituality, there is a belief that the souls speak in whispers. They don't speak in urgency, they don't speak in pressure, and they for sure don't speak in fear, but in soft, subtle nudges, the kind you can only hear when you slow down. And the world, as you know, speaks loudly. It tells you what success looks like, it tells you what happiness should look like, and it tells you what life should look like. But your soul is not here to follow someone else's blueprint. Your soul is here to express something only you can express. Clarity comes when you stop listening outward and when you start listening inward. One of the simplest ways to understand what's important to you is to pay attention to energy. Not the energy you expend, but the energy you feel. There are things in your life that drain you, like tasks, roles, or the commitments that feel heavy, that feel tight, or maybe even constricting. And then there are things that expand you, interactions that bring you alive, the moments that make your chest feel open. And then there are experiences that feel like your soul is exhaling. This is not accidental. This is inner guidance. The soul speaks through resonance, through what feels like a yes in your body and what feels like a no, even when your mind tries to argue. When you're aligned with what matters, life feels like a flow. When you're living someone else's truth, life can feel like resistance. Part of getting clear on what matters is gently releasing what doesn't. Just like snakes shed their skin when it becomes too tight, we too outgrow versions of ourselves. The identities we once clung to, the ambitions we once chased, even the relationships, environments, and patterns that once made sense. When something stops fitting, your soul will let you know. It may start as restlessness, a quiet discomfort, a feeling like you're walking in shoes that don't belong to you. Instead of ignoring that sensation, treat it as a sacred invitation. Treat it as a sign that you're ready to step into a truer version of yourself. Evolution is not betrayal. Evolution is devotion, a devotion to your own becoming. So, when you discover what truly matters, your life begins to organize itself around your inner truth. You move differently, you choose differently, and you speak differently. Life no longer feels like something happening to you, it becomes something unfolding through you. You start living from the center of your being instead of the edges, and from that center, everything becomes clearer. What you say yes to, what you no longer carry, what you walk with, what you create, and the direction your soul wants to travel next. Clarity is less about decision and more about alignment. It's about standing in your truth and letting everything else fall into place. So, as you move through the rest of your day, I want you to remember this. You don't have to force your way into clarity, you only have to soften into it. Your soul already knows the way, your heart already recognizes what matters. And the more you honor that inner knowing, the more your life begins to feel like it's finally, beautifully yours. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm grateful for your presence and for the journey you're on. Until we meet again, walk gently, listen inward, and trust the truth that rises from within.